Yes! Alrighty! What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here for a late Saturday night video. Video number 2. Officially, video number 2 on your late Saturday night, January the 31st, 2026. Or if you're watching on the replay or you're watching later, it is now the first. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. It's February the 1st, 2026. But whenever you're watching it, thank you for watching right here, once again, on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below in my pants. Otherwise, on the subscription box below on this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, the present, and the future Conan, but don't leave stupid comments, because you'll get beaten severely, sent to the Shadow Realm, and Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul! So please don't do it. If you want to do it, go to your boring channel and do it there, or pretty much just shut the fuck up and that's that, because if you don't, because you're gonna get blocked, and if you don't like it, tough shit. Go cry me a river, little man. And that's pretty much it. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means by now. I don't even think I need to tell you people what it means. But some of you are stupid, so you might have to look it up. And that's that. But you're SOL. You know what that means if you missed anything. And that's that. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one. And you can't tell this is alcohol, because it's not. Kiss my ass if you think it is. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, well, too bad. That's that. And we move on. And as always, I am a social drinker, so I don't drink anything when I'm on video. Especially, I have once way back when. That was just a little bit of Hennessy and Pepsi. That was it. One time. Any other time, it's usually, most of the time it's soda. Sometimes I'll have some Gatorade. Sometimes I'll have fruit punch, apple juice, orange juice. I'll have something. But I don't ever have any liquor in this glass. Or any other glass I have. So you have to legit prove it. And you can't. So keep yapping. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, enough about that. But whatever drink you have watching my videos, because you watch them religiously, go do that. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, go fuck yourself. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this very windy, not windy, but windy, late Saturday night. Hope you had a great day. We had a lot of wrestling today. We got Collision earlier tonight, which was great. We have spoiler alert, we have a new TNT champion in the Psycho Killer! Tommaso Ciampa. He beat Mark Briscoe in his AEW in-ring debut. So he is the new champ. But Kyle Fletcher, the former champion, is waiting in the wings, and that might be an actual good match. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. And Tony Storm and freshly squeezed orange juice, the gimmick stealer himself, Orange Cassidy, got beat up again by Marina Shafir and the Death Riders, presumably that idiot William Yuta. But in the end, Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy prevailed. And then Tony Storm gets on the mic and says that in 2 weeks at Grand Slam Australia, gonna have a mixed tag team match, and the loser, I think the loser of the fall, or the losers, get their head shaved bald. So we have a hair versus hair match. So, hopefully, we finally get William Yuta a haircut. That guy looks like a goddamn hippie. Shave that beard, too, because it's disgusting. Guy hasn't probably showered in like 5 years. Fucking idiot. But yeah, so that match has been made for Grand Slam Australia, and I really hope we don't get bald Orange Cassidy or even bald Tony Storm. That would look bad. But we'll see what happens to that. But I would do more of my Collision review from. I'll do my Collision review tomorrow. That's pretty much it. Like I said, hope you had a great day, and if not, too bad. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, it is time for your late night WWE Royal Rumble 2026 review from earlier today in the land of sand, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the new Riyadh Season Stadium at King Abdullah Financial District. That's a mouthful, that's what she said. And that's that. Alright, still at that new stadium. Looked great from what we saw on SmackDown. And we got that. I think we're going to do this again next... Well, not that show. I don't think they're going to have WrestleMania there. I think they're going to have it in the bigger stadium. But we'll see what happens by the time we get to next year. But I still don't like WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. I don't like it at all. But the good thing is... There's a good thing about WrestleMania 43 next year. It's going to start like at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday next year. That's a good thing. But how long is probably going to like 4, maybe 5 hours. Which sucks. I mean, it has to start at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Well, Saudi Arabia time. Because today, it started at 10 o'clock. And then it ends like 1 o'clock in the morning. At Saudi Arabia time. And then they didn't get out of there because they had to do the post-show and they had to get everything out, you know. But I think most of the wrestlers and most of the wrestlers are pretty much going to be on a plane tomorrow, well, probably by now, to get back to the States because Raw's in Philly on Monday and SmackDown will be in it's in I think North Carolina. Is it one of the Carolinas? Oh, we just gotten destroyed with that bomb cyclone they got today. And I think presumably maybe tomorrow. So, a lot of snow down there in Carolina. So, I hope I would assume that they're going to get the snow. Most of not the snow, everything's going to get melted, but they're going to at least have where they can get in and everything. The fans can get there. I don't think they're going to have a problem with Monday Night Raw. So I highly doubt Raw will be canceled on Monday because of the weather and the ice and everything. But I think it'll go off without a hitch. That's not for Raw. I'm sorry, SmackDown. For Raw, no problem there because not much snow down in Philadelphia. So everything's fine. I mean, we were lucky not to get hit with a bomb cyclone. They were saying 1 to 3 inches and then that's it. So, but we're not getting nothing. All we're going to get is wind and cold. And it warms up a little bit, get a little bit of melting, and then by this time next weekend, back to the icebox. Oh, and no end in sight. I don't think we're going to get any warm weather, like 40, 50 degree weather until March. Maybe by the end of this February, but who knows on that. And maybe another storm coming next weekend. But it's saying late Friday night into Saturday, so into maybe Sunday. We'll see. It's too early. We'll see by tomorrow, maybe by Monday or Tuesday, like if we're gonna get anything for next weekend. That's it. All right, enough about meteorological Peter Joseph here. Let's get to Royal Rumble. All right, so we got that. But yeah, they both shows, SmackDown, pretty good. Royal Rumble, even better. I actually like this Rumble. Even though a lot of people didn't like it because of the results. Fucking IWC morons. Can't get their way. Especially for the men's Royal Rumble winner. Oh, it's too predictable! You watched it though. Take your opinions and go fuck yourself. That's that. Anyway, our commentary team of the legendary Maggle, Cole, and Bad News Weed Bennett. And I'm afraid, Michael, I got some bad news for you. That's that. Alright. 4 matches on the show. We did have dark matches, which I really didn't give 2 fucks about. I think we had like an 8-man tag team match with the New Day and Grayson... No, 6-man tag team match, sorry. With the New Day and Grayson Waller taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and the Motor City Machine Guns. And then, yeah. They didn't really say anything about it, and I didn't really care about it, so... I mentioned it in my predictions video, but I didn't really care about the predictions. I went, by the way, speaking of predictions, 4 for 4. I went perfect 4-0. Let me do a Barry Horowitz on that, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Get ready. Do it! Or let me do the Tommaso Ciampa. I know it was predictable. Some of the matches were predictable, but then again, you know, with the Royal Rumble, it could have went 6,000 different ways. Along with Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn and AJ and Walter. Even though that was kind of predictable, that match. But anyway, but 4 for 4, you gotta love it. Love it. I rarely go perfect. Rarely go perfect in my predictions. Rarely. But this is like the one time I'm perfect, you know? It is what it is. Alright, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time that I wasted. Alright, so we start with the opening video narrated by The Game. Triple H talks about how people can move up the ladder in one night. And this is a decision, and it means we're going to WrestleMania. So we're on that road right now to WrestleMania. And our next stop is the Elimination Chamber, 27 days from right now. Now, everything I just said right now is gonna happen right now. But what happened to that, Peter? You missed it, dude. We get that. And there's still, if you don't like Spaceballs, you can go fuck yourself. There's a lot of people that haven't watched Spaceballs. I'm like, what are you? Where are you? Where do you have, you know, where have you been? I mean, you haven't watched Spaceballs. I mean, really? Like, were you born in, like, 2004? Shit. I've never seen it before. What is it about? I'm like, it's a Star Wars spoof. It's hilarious. I mean, seriously, if you have to watch that movie, that is like an 80s classic. It's an iconic movie. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Rosa never saw it, and I was like, dude, don't say that to me. I legit almost broke up with her for that. Because she never watched Spaceballs or The Princess Bride. I was like, we gotta watch Spaceballs, and we're gonna watch it right now. I don't care what you say, we're watching it right now. So I put it on. She was cracking up. I loved it. And then we watched The Princess Bride right after that. Epic. Just fucking epic. Hello! I am Inigo Montoya. You killed my family. Prepare to die. I'm begging. I'm not listening. Alright, I could go with on and on with those movies for days. We won't. Alright, so we get that. And we start out with the Women's Royal Rumble match. Pretty good match. And let's get into it. Alright. We got time. We're going to go into everything. Alright, so at number 1, we had Horseface Charlotte Flair. And, surprisingly, number 2 was her tag team partner, Ms. Bliss, Alexa Bliss. They were teasing I think they're teasing the breakup. Let's get that. Alright, so they get to the ring and they're like, oh, I guess we gotta fight now. So the bell rings and they kind of like, I don't want to fight you. You're my best friend. But we gotta fight anyway because it's, every woman for herself. Lexi teases sister Abigail, and then they break it off, and they're like, what the fuck? with that out of the way, the two of them pose together. And then at number 3, the resident accountant and one half of the number 1 contenders to the women's tag team titles, Kiana James, is at number 3. They double team her, including a spike DDT. Ow. That had to hurt. And then we get number 4, Nia Jax comes in and wrecks everybody. Kiana has a double splash and then she's like, yeah. He starts yelling. But anyway, number 5, we had the beautiful Ivy Nile of American Made. Gets to suplex a bunch of people. But tries that on Nia Jax. Ain't gonna do that because she's fat! The son of a bitch is fucking fat! Now, I'll make you bleed! I bet you would. Go eat, get him a Snicker! Now! Thank you. Good, Scott? Good. Anyway, she's fat! Oh, guys. Damn it! Finish that Snicker now. Moving on. Alright, number 6, we got Luna Vices. Oh, yes. And by the way, nice gear for all the ladies tonight. All the ladies in that match. Great, beautiful gowns. But we move on. Alright, Luna Vices, number 6. Kicks away. We got the Shake Them Hippies. We got the running sexy hip attack. All I needed was Booker T. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. You know. He was there in spirit. Nia cuts, she goes for that. Nia cut her off, you stupid bitch. Does her own hip shake. And then everybody's like, alright, fuck this, let's get this bitch out. They go for her on the ropes. Number 7 is Candice LeRae. Tornado DDT Charlotte before helping Nia. And then we got a big old dog pile. That gets broken up. So Nia, you're gonna get Nia off. You need somebody strong to get her out. And at number 8, we got Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, who basically throws out Lola Vice, Ivy Nile, and Candice LeRae back to back. So you know what she did last year. She was throwing people out like freaking garbage. Then gets taken in the corner by Nia. She hits the stink face. Ew. And then Nia goes after Charlotte and Lexi. The two of them put Nia on the apron, and Charlotte eliminates her with a big boot, but takes out her partner, Alexa Bliss, by accident. Uh-oh. Well, there goes the friendship. And then at number 9, we have The Man! The Women's Intercontinental Champion, The Man, Becky Lynch. She gets in, and her and Charlotte, slug it out. Former members of the Four Horsewomen, along with Bayley and that bitch named Mercedes Moné. Charlotte goes for another big boot, but that almost got her eliminated. They go to the floor, which doesn't mean they are eliminated. They get back inside because you have to go over the top rope and both feet hit the floor. So they get back in, and then the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, comes in at number 10. So we got Charlotte, Kiana James, Jordan Grace, The Man, Becky Lynch, and Sol Ruka. A springboard double clothesline drops Charlotte and Becky, with Becky getting up for a standoff. And then at number 11, we have the beautiful Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day comes in and clean house. And then her and Becky just slap the crap out of each other. I'm like, damn. And then number 12, Maxine Dupree. She comes in and starts kicking away at Becky. Gets all fired up, takes down the straps. Yeah! Thought she was about to. I don't know about taking the straps down. Would have been a great idea in Saudi Arabia because there was nothing underneath that. She would have her head chopped off, but we got that. Anyway, a step-up famouser hits Kiana James, but Maxine stops the glare at the entrance because we have at number 13 the woman who beat her ass last week, and that's MMA Natalia or Natty. So she comes out. She is pissed. And then they battle it out, and then Becky's like, fuck this. Throws out Maxine Dupree. Then gets eliminated by Natty. In what could have been an upset, I think. And then Becky goes on freaking social media and posts a picture of her feet not on the ground. It's like, my feet were not on the ground! There's a conspiracy! Right. Becky, you were eliminated. Stop. But yeah, it looks like Becky and Natalya are going to go at it for the Women's Intercontinental title. I don't know when, but we got that. Alright, then at number 14, we have the beautiful Liv Morgan. Ha 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 ha! She comes out, hits a quick oblivion, and then things start to slow down a little bit. And at number 15, Lash Legend, get shit done. She comes out, cleans house, and I knew she was going to eliminate more people than Jordan Grace. She eliminated 5 people. 5. That's not bad. Anyway, so she gets in a point to the sign. Oh, don't do that early, Lash. I know she's a rookie in this, but come on. Come on! Anyway, but she tosses Jordan Grace out. Interesting. We get that. Selena Vega. She comes out at number 16, picks up the pace a little bit. Then she gets dropped by Lash Legend. And then number 17, we got Raquel Rodriguez, another member of the Judgment Day. And then all 3 women in the Judgment Day are now in the ring. Johnny James gets sent to the apron. Roxy and Liv kind of offer distraction, which leads to Raquel adding a big boot to eliminate her. But then the trio saves Charlotte for some odd reason. And then, get that. And then at number 18, we have Madam President Chelsea Green. She comes out with Alba Fire, who is not even in the match. I don't know why, but anyway. So she teams up with the Judgment Day. Then Alba has to run in for the save, quickly clothesline out of the ring, so she would have been eliminated anyway. Underneath Chelsea get dropped on the top rope. Ow. And then number 19 comes out, and that's the Women's United States Champion, Julia. And then Chelsea gets sent over the top, but lands on Alba Fire's back, so she's still in the match. And Alba, with a nice little save, she crawls her back to the ring. Chelsea's still in the match. And then we get into the 20s. We get number 20, my third amazingly hot Asian wife and one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. Let's do it, guys. Io Sky comes out. So we got Charlotte, Sol Ruka, Roxanne Perez, Natalya, Liv Morgan, Lash Legend, Selena Vega, Raquel Rodriguez, Chelsea Green, Julia, and Io. And then you add at number 21, my first amazingly hot Asian wife, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka except my dick. I'll have a battle royal with Asuka all night long. I'd probably lose, but I digress. Anyway, so Asuka comes in, but takes a sweet time getting into the ring because everybody was, fighting. So she finally gets in the ring, and then her and Julia look at Io. I'm like, oh, Joshi! So you have a little Joshi reunion, and then Asuka teams up with Julia to go after Io, which doesn't really work because Asuka then kicked Julia by accident. Oh, that might come back to haunt her like later on, not in the Rumble, but later on in time. Anyway, and then at number 22 we have My Brutality. Rhea Ripley, Mommy comes out, and then she's going to the ring. Julia gets rid of Selena Vega, and Mommy Rhea Ripley knocks the fuck out of Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, and then blocks Pop Rocks, and then Mommy tosses Roxanne with a razor's edge, ow, and then Bayley, give me a hug, at number 23. She trips Sol Ruka up on the apron, trying to eliminate her, but Sol Ruka does a handstand, and then somehow pulls herself up to her feet for a nice save. And then Bayley and Charlotte, the members of the 4 of the horsewomen, they team up, and, oh, actually, they don't team up. They chop the crap out of each other. And then our first surprise of the women's Royal Rumble comes in, and that's the NXT Women's Champion, Casey Kane, or Casey Mahal. She comes out and wrecks everybody. And then Liv eliminates Natty. And then number 25, another surprise, not so much of a surprise, but we have Nikki Smelly Bella comes out to a big reaction. I guess those Saudis love that, like Nikki, I guess. Anyway. And then Cole explains that she's part of pop culture. Or she's a part of pop culture. Yeah, right. Okay, Cole, stop capping now. So we got that. So she comes out, does some damage. And then number 26, we had the bird lady, Lyra Valkyria, the lassie bitch from Ireland. She comes in, kicks Liv in the head, then helps Bayley get rid of Julia. Get that. And then number 27, a surprise, Kaylani Jordan, Mrs. Him. She comes in, hits a quick Phoenix splash, and then the entries come in fast and furious after this. Number 28, my second amazingly hot Asian wife, Kylie! Kyrie Zane comes in, and the ring is filled with ladies, so you can barely do anything in the match. And then we start firing up, getting people get out of here pretty soon, Asuka has to grab Kyrie's arms to save her, even though it looked really painful for Kyrie. Yeah, the contorting. When an Io knocks Kyrie into Asuka, for the elimination, and then Io knocks Kyrie out as well. So both Asuka and Kyrie are out, but you can tell Kyrie is going to get a tongue lashing from Asuka in the back, and probably Monday on Raw. I think they kind of teased that like Kyrie was gonna throw at Asuka, but really Io knocked Kyrie into Asuka to eliminate her, so it really was Io's fault. But we won't say that. All right, so Io eliminates Kyrie and Asuka at pretty much almost at the same time, and then number 29, another surprise. It's Brie Botch Bella Brie-Mode! It's Brie-Mode! She comes in at number 29, fires off some kicks, and then everybody's like, yes! 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 Bryan Danielson is probably watching at home with his two kids, Birdie and Buddy. Oh, look at Mommy's in Saudi Arabia where we're doing nothing! Yay! Alright, we got that. Then the countdown goes down. Number 30 is about to come out. And I was thinking, like, who could this be? Trish Stratus? Lita? Bianca Belair? Nope. It's Tiffy time! Daddy! What? I'm back! Did you see me on TV? Oh, yes. Sunshine, I saw you. You look great. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad to be back, too. I missed the ring when I was hanging out with you two so much, Daddy. Well, it was great to have you here. Now get back to wrestling. Okay, Daddy. Can I have your credit card? Okay, I gotta go buy some things in Saudi Arabia. Here you go, Sunshine. Thank you, Daddy. Bye. I miss doing that. Doing that impression is so good. Alright, so Tiffy time. Tiffy Stratton comes in at number 30. So we got a lot of people in the ring. Alright, so then the Bellas send Raquel Rodriguez into the corner. We're going to stare down with Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And then double Hurricanranas get rid of both of them. So now we're down to 12 ladies in that ring. So we're dwindling down. JC Jane then kicks Kaylani out. Gets caught with the Soul Snatcher. And then Luca dumps her out. And Soul had a great performance here in this match, along with Lash Legend too, so give both of them some credit. Speaking of Lash dumps both the Bellas at once, and the fans were pissed. And I was like, yay! I loved it. Anyway, Charlotte and Lash chop it out on the apron, and Lash boots her out. Kind of an upset there. So bye-bye to Horseface Charlotte Flair, so no repeat for you. So down to EO, Mommy Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Lash Legend, Tiffany Stratton, and Sol Ruca. Lash and EO both go over, but wind up on the apron, where EO grabs a leg lock of all things. EO, what are you doing? Why a leg lock on the apron when you can just get pushed out? But anyway, one hell of a boot to face. I think that was by Lash. Gets rid of EO. So we're down to 6. Mommy Rhea Ripley stares Lash down. They fight it out. Lash actually kicks Mommy to the mat. Raquel gets up for their stare down with her and Lash. And Lash knocks her into the ropes, where Mommy Rhea Ripley gets a big, huge elimination. Where Lash got a good pop after eliminating like 5 people. She had a good performance in that. So Mommy eliminates her, and then she Mommy gets up and runs right into a really scary, it looked bad, Chahana Bomb, sends Rhea onto the apron, for the elimination after that. Well, after she kind of kicked her off. Oh no, I think she hit it on the apron, and then Rhea just went, and fell. It looked really bad. I'm hoping Mommy is okay, but anyway. And then Liv Morgan just dumps Lyra. Liv dumps Raquel, and Raquel's like, what the dude? What did you do that for? So we got that. So now we're down to the final 4. Tiffany Stratton, Sol Ruca, Liv Morgan, and, down to 3, I should say. We're down to 3. With Tiffy hitting Liv with the prettiest moonsault ever. And then Liv pops up. I think she just like no-sold it. Yeah, Liv pops up, tries Oblivion, but Sol Ruca gives both of them a double Soul Snatcher. I was like, oh, is Sol gonna win this? I didn't have it on my bingo card. The old crash over the top, and then they manage a triple skinning the cat. That was nice. I like that. Land on the apron. Sol goes for the Soul Snatcher. But that doesn't work. And Liv took her out, and then she hits a reverse Oblivion on Tiffy, and she eliminates Tiffy, and your winner is Liv Morgan. So finally she wins. She was always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. She finally gets the flowers. She becomes the bride. She wins in Saudi Arabia, where she's undefeated. Because she won, where did she win? She won at, Crown Jewel, and won, the second annual Crown Jewel title, I believe. And, because Stephanie won it this year, so she was, I think a year or so ago. The first ever, I think she was. But in any case, so she won that. Now she is in line for a title shot at Mania. I'm thinking she's going to go after Stephanie Vercouer. Or it could be Raquel Rodriguez, because we got that Philly Street fight on Monday for the Raw Women's Championship. So how fitting would that be? Liv, who eliminated Raquel. Raquel's going to probably get mad on Monday. And Liv's like, oh no, it's just, it's fine. It's everyone from South. It didn't mean anything. What if Raquel wins and you got Liv versus Raquel at Mania? I think Liv's going to get the title at Mania. She's going to get it back for, I think, the second time. So we'll see. But good Royal Rumble. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And the Rumble lasted an hour and 6 minutes. So, very good. Very good start to the, the Women's Royal Rumble. And to the Royal Rumble itself. Alright, so like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the referee has to remind Liv to point. So Liv has to go like, damn, gotta go back. And then she points to the sign. And then we see a lot of empty seats. Which it was just like trick lighting or something like that. I think it was trick lighting because from what I heard, there was different angles. One angle you could barely see anybody, and there's another angle where there were people there. So bad lighting from the stadium, I think. But if it was actually correct that there was not a lot of people there. Oh, that doesn't look good. I think the stadium only held like 18,000 people, something like that. I don't know exactly the exact number, maybe 20,000. But I think it was just bad angles. That's just me. Alright, we got that. Alright, match number 2. I mean, how do you top that? We get to match number 2. AJ Bad Hair Styles takes on Walter, and if AJ loses, his career is done. I was not ready for this. I don't think anybody was ready for this match, but this was a great match. Starts with AJ with a headlock, which went nowhere. Then some shots to the leg of the big Redwood Walter. Doesn't really slow him down a little bit. Grabs his own headlock, grinds away at that. Big boot puts AJ on the floor. Walter sends him hard into the announcer's table. Ow. AJ looks to have a massive cut on his arm. That's hardway blood, but we saw blood, motherfuckers. And more chops have him in big trouble. But AJ, with the Pele kick, puts Walter down. And then, AJ hits the Ushigoroshi for a near fall. Then one hell of a clothesline by Walter cut AJ off. He gets a near fall out of that. Walter blocks the calf crusher and hits a powerbomb for a near fall. AJ comes back with the calf crusher in the middle of the ring. I was like, tap, you son of a bitch. But it gets countered with the sleeper. AJ reverses into one of his own, but Walter gets out to the floor. Then we get the slingshot forearm to knock Walter down. We get back in. AJ hits a springboard 450, which sets up the Styles Clash. I was like, oh, please beat him. And Walter kicked out that tool. And AJ's stunned. He's like, what the fuck am I gonna do to beat this guy? They get back up. Walter kicks him in the balls behind the referee's back, you son of a bitch. I'm like, oh, if we get another one of these, I'm going to be mad. Was this Shinsuke Nakamura all over again? Come on now. So he kicks him in the balls. Hits a powerbomb. Thankfully, AJ kicked out at 2.9999999 Batman 5. And then Walter chops the crap out of him in the corner. AJ goes down, only to pull himself back up. And he gets a little bit mad. And AJ starts coming back, but gets pulled right into the sleeper. He fights his way up. And kind of gets close to getting out of it. It looks like he's about to go at it. And then he goes limp. And then the referee, stupid fucking referee, checks on AJ, like pats his hand. Then he lifts his hand a little bit and it goes down. Referee's like, that's it. He's done. I'm like, dude, come on! Couldn't give AJ a chance to go 1, 2, you know. Referee's like, oh, 1, done. I didn't like that finish at all. I mean, AJ passed out. He technically didn't tap out, but Walter made him pass out like a little bitch. That's what he said at the post show. So AJ's career is over in 24 minutes. Still, match was pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. So Walter ends another career like he did with Goldberg, like he did with Cena. Next up on his list is probably going to be Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in August. So we'll see what happens with that. That's that. And then after the match, the fans are going nuts, giving AJ a big send-off of respect. Even Michael Cole and Wade Barrett clapping their hands, and then AJ's crying. You can see the passion and the drama and the emotion in AJ's face and everything. He didn't really want it to end, but it ends at the pay-per-view where he debuted 10 years ago. And that's it. So he starts taking off his gloves, and he's about to, like, leave him in the ring, but then he puts them back on, and then he does the P1 pose. I'm like, and the fan's like, yes, it's not over! I don't think it's over, Wendy. Sorry. So AJ's career is over, but I would not be surprised if we see him Wednesday night. Because his contract ends, like, right now. His contract is done. It is over. Barring something happening here, which I doubt, like WWE gives him a Legends contract, some shit, where he just appears every once in a while. You know, I could see AJ appearing on Dynamite this Wednesday night. Or, I don't know if it's live this Thursday, TNA. I think he's going to have one more match in TNA to finish that run, and then he's going to get put in the TNA Hall of Fame at Bound for Glory, so we'll see him again at Bound for Glory later on this in October. So, I think AJ, I think it fits to have him go to TNA, have one more match at TNA against Leon Slater, the X Division champion. Not that he's going to win the X Division title again, but I would mark out if he won that title. It's not going to happen at No Surrender. I would think if AJ does have one more match in TNA, do it at Hard to Kill, if they still do that pay-per-view, or I would do it at Slammiversary. But, I mean, Slammiversary is not till, I think, I don't know when Slammiversary is, but April or maybe in the early summertime. But we'll see what happens with that. But if anything, I think if AJ does have a match, they'll probably do it on one of those lesser shows that is not on pay-per-view. So, like, No Surrender or Sacrifice or Victory, I'll say Victory Row, but, you know, the early stages of the pay-per-views. So, we got that. Because we already had Genesis, so we're going to have No Surrender in 12 days. Then I think after that might be Sacrifice. I mean, we'll see. So I might be doing, like, do it in March. You don't have to do it right now. Or what I would do is book him on a live edition of Impact, had that match, and have AJ send off there, and then later on at Slammiversary, I bring him back and say, "Hey AJ, we got a big announcement to make. You're going to be the first participant in the 2026 TNA Hall of Fame." And then he does his speech like before Bound for Glory, which should be during Bound for Glory, but that's just me. So I think AJ will be in the TNA Hall of Fame this year. Maybe the WWE Hall of Fame this year too. Because you only got one person, that's Stephanie McMahon. And usually after the Royal Rumble, we start getting the people, the next candidates, the next people going into the Hall of Fame. So I wouldn't be surprised if Monday or by the end of next week we find out who the next people are going to be the next participants are going to be in the Hall of Fame. So stay tuned to the news and stay tuned to Raw and SmackDown and maybe NXT as well. And if anybody's next, it's probably going to be either Cena or AJ. I want AJ to appear on Raw. To say a speech and then goodbye. And then maybe Walter comes out and says, "I beat you like a little bitch." But that's going to be on Monday anyway. Walter's going to come out. I bet you nothing. Walter comes out first and gets a big, gets booed out of the building. And then can't do anything about it. AJ's not there. So somebody's going to have to step up to Walter, whoever that is, and see what happens with that. Maybe it's Adam Pearce comes in and says, says some shit. And then eventually, I think Walter's going to be in the chamber match. Because what's Walter going to do now? He doesn't have anything lined up. I would put him in the qualifying matches for the chamber. He gets in. I think he loses. I wouldn't have Walter win, but then because if Walter wins, you know he's going to have to Punk. And another guy, the Royal Rumble winner for the men, who could go after Punk or could go after Drew McIntyre or Sami Zayn, whoever wins that match. Because the winner of the Chamber gets a title match of their choosing. So, people are going to go for the world title. They could go after Punk. They could go after Drew, or Sammy, or whoever has the SmackDown title. Or they could go for a different belt. They don't have to go for the world title. But, so, I would hate to have triple threat matches at WrestleMania. Because I think, you know, really the Chamber should be for lesser titles, like the IC belt or the US title or something like that. That's just me, or the tag team titles. But, I know, we got that. Alright, so AJ is gone. Thank you, AJ, for all the memories for the last 10 years in WWE. And now, we'll see what happens with him in his retirement. I don't think, like I said, I don't think he's done. I think he's got one more match at TNA, and I really think he's going to be in AEW to have a final run. His final run. I think he's going to go to Tony Khan, and have a mini run in TNA, and it's going to be AEW, hang out with the Bucks, hang out with Kenny, kind of maybe reform the Bullet Club. Bebe. Well, not so much Bebe, but if he does go to AEW, I'm telling you right now, he's going to have demigods like his Ring of Honor theme when he was in Bullet Club of Japan. When he was in New Japan as a champ, he came out to demigods, that epic theme with the Angel soundtrack intertwined with the rapping. Love that theme. Probably one of my favorite AJ themes. I mean, They Don't Want None's a great song. The one he had after that was just horrible. I hated that one. But his Ring of Honor New Japan theme was epic. Actually, his New Japan theme was epic, too. Because he didn't really use demigods in Japan. He used them mainly in Ring of Honor. And then TNA, he had like 5 themes. Get Ready to Fly, was one of them. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But intently watch Dynamite Wednesday and TNA this Thursday. Because you never know, you might see a guy, who's phenomenal. Because his contract's over, so I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos picks up the phone and says, "Hey, AJ, you want one more match? You want to finish off your career in TNA?" AJ's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then Tony Khan's probably salivating right now. The Bucks are salivating, and Kenny's like, "Let's do it, man, let's do it. Do it." Because they're friends. They're all friends in Bullet Club, so. And AJ has lots of friends in AEW. Joe's there. Jay Lethal's there. AJ and AEW would be fucking epic. Even if it's for a short time. Him and Kenny in a match would be epic. Him and Okada one final time. Woo! Him and Takeshita? I'd love to see that. Him and Fletcher, him and Ocean Spray. We got some dream matches for AJ coming up, man. If he goes to AEW, he's got a lot of dream matches lined up. Fletcher, like I said, Okada won last time. Kenny, what am I missing? Will Ocean Spray. Maybe Hangman Adam Page. Maybe Swerve. And Joe. One final time with Joe. Got like 7 people he could fight. For one final run. It could last 6 months till the end of the year. Not over, it's only February now. He can go the next 10 months. Finish off at World's End. And retire, just completely retire. For good. We'll see. That's that. Alright. So, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. Match number 3 for the SmackDown World Title, the Unified World Title, or the Undisputed World Title, excuse me. Babucho Drew McIntyre takes on the Homeland Man, Sami Zayn. This was a pretty good match, nothing great. So with Drew catching an early kick to the ribs. Sammy shoved down, slowly stomped, and manages to send Drew to the outside. Hits a flippy dippity doo. But he bangs up his back. That wasn't wise there, Sammy. And McIntyre has a little bit of an opening. Get back in the ring. Drew slowly starts working on that back. Smart. And takes Sammy up top. And Sammy hits a sunset flip bomb. Takes Drew down. Goes to the Blue Thunder bomb. Can't hit it. And, So he takes it out with the Sunset Flip Bomb. Can't hit the Blue Thunder Bomb, but then he hits it anyway for a near fall a few seconds later. And then Drew goes for the Claymore and missed. And then a Super Air Raid Crash gets a near fall. And then Drew gets up, hits not one, not two, but 3 Future Shock DDTs. I'm like, pin the guy, he's done. But he gets back up. Sammy misses a desperation hell of a kick. Gets a Claymore for a very near fall as he got his foot on the rope. That was a bad positioning by the champ, by Papucho. So Sammy gets back up, hits the hell of a kick, and Drew kicked out at 2.9999995. And Drew barely kicked out of that because his back kind of gave out because he was like a little bit late on the pin. Anyway, they go to the outside. Drew drops Sammy on the announcer's table, which did not break. I am the table. And Sammy's back is even in more pain. They get back in. Sammy somehow pulls himself up for a hell of a kick. And I think he was going to go for the cover. And then he walks right into a Claymore. And then, for good measure, Drew hits another one. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3 in 16 minutes. Still your undisputed champion, Papucho Drew McIntyre. And he is 12-0 against Sammy. 12-0. Damn. So the only way now that Sammy can win the title, get a title match, is either win the Royal Rumble, which he was not in, by the way, or now he has to qualify for the Chamber, which I'm thinking he probably might win. Because I think he's definitely going to qualify. Along with possibly Braun Breaker if he doesn't win the Men's Royal Rumble, which he didn't. So, Sammy and Braun are going to get in it. And then we'll round it out after that. So, that's probably the first 2 participants in the Chamber are going to be Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. And Braun, he is mad. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. Alright, match itself was 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. But Papucho goes on, and we'll see where he goes from here. That's that. Alright, before the Men's Royal Rumble, we go to earlier in the day. My name is Paul Heyman on the kickoff show, so I was yelling at Adam Pearce for putting Braun Breaker at number 2. So that box that we saw on SmackDown, where when Fraxium came out, they showed Braun Breaker at number 1, so they kind of made up for it. It's like, oh, okay, it's going to be number 2 now. Dumb. That was just really bad on WWE's part. Really bad botch. And that's it. Alright, so we get that. Alright, then we go to the main event, the Men's Royal Rumble, which was very good. Very good. Alright, so we start off at number 1 with the Ruler, who, the Destroyer, who, the Bringer of War, who, Oba, who, Femi. Oba makes his debut in the Royal Rumble at number 1. And everybody in Saudi Arabia is like, who. So he goes to the ring, and Braun Breaker comes out at number 2. So he's going to the ring with Paul Heyman, but then he gets attacked by a hooded figure, a hooded man. Could it be? Could it be Seth Rollins? So he gets attacked before he gets in the ring, gets thrown into the ring steps, and then the hooded man gives him a stomp on the floor. Wait a minute, it can't be Austin Theory again. He wouldn't turn on his own team, right? Maybe. And then Braun gets sent back in, and Oba's like 3 seconds into the match. As soon as the bell rang, whoop, he gone. So Braun Breaker gets eliminated in 3 seconds. Not the fastest Royal Rumble time. That goes to Santino. Of course, at 1 second. Not even a second, it was like a half a second. But anyway. So he gone. And that was a shock of the Rumble. Of the match, I should say. So Oba's waiting for the next person to come out. And number 3, Solo Mibuki. Oba jumps him. A running tiger uppercut connects in the corner. But then Oba gets sent shoulder first into the ring post. Ow. And then Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, comes in at number 4. Tries to give Solo an early 619. That failed. But instead, Oba boots Solo down with Rey crashing down to the mat as well. And then number 5, we haven't seen this guy in a long time. Alexander Rusev. Rusev smash Lana pussy! Yeah! Or CJ Perry pussy. What is? So Rusev is back at number 5. And some dropkick stagger Oba, but Rey cuts him off. Oba then knocks Rusev out of the ring, so he gone. Thanks for coming, Rusev. Go back, just get out of WWE. It was a waste for you to come back anyway. Just get out of there. I don't even think going to TNA will help you. I just say get out. Just stay at home. I mean, really, what are they doing with Rusev, Miro? I mean, in his second run in WWE, nothing. He came back, did like a few things, and then bye. And then you bring him back because you got no other. You couldn't put like Finn Balor in his place. You couldn't put somebody else in his place. You got to put Miro there, really. That's just stupid. Anyway, and the spring cleaning is coming up right after WrestleMania. I have a feeling that Miro is going to be gone. I think Rusev will not be in WWE after Mania. That's one of the guys I don't think we'll see. Others, I mean, we'll have to find out. But we'll get to that in probably in mid-April, probably after Mania, most likely. So probably on April 20th, we'll see if Miro's still on the roster. And even after that, we'll see. By May, we'll find out if he's still on there. But anyway, he's gone. So Oba knocks Rusev out, chokes over 619 by Rey, then knocks him out. So good night to you. And then number 6, Matt fucking Cardona comes out. And then after that, number 7, Poppy Priest comes out. Hits a running shoulder block, only for Oba to knock him down. That was a big beefy man slapping meat in that ring. And then a super kick puts Oba into the corner, where he pulls Priest out of mid-air. Damn. And then some spin kicks rock Oba, and a clothesline puts him down. And then number 8 is your boy is bouncy. Javon Evans comes out, and he had a nice performance in the Royal Rumble, as well as Oba did. So Javon goes for the OG Gimme Kassa! Bang! That gets blocked by Oba, but Javon is back to kick Poppy down. And then number 9, surprise entrant of the match, Mr. Iguana with Yaska. He comes out. Fans like, what? I was like, really? He came out? And so he comes out, takes Javon down, and Yaska gets involved with some shots as well. And then Insigity, just to Oba just annoys him. And then Poppy grabs Mr. Iguana. Then he grabs Yaska for a double choke slam. That's animal cruelty, Poppy. Come on. Anyway, so it's that. And then number 10, we got Trick Willie Shamoon in white. That's always nice. So we got Oba, Poppy, Javon, Mr. Iguana, who didn't get eliminated yet, and Trick, who eliminates Mr. Iguana and Yaska. Aww. So, alright, so after he gets eliminated, it's Trick, Javon, Poppy, and Oba. They pair off. And then number 11, this guy, Cody! MD Cody, you bitch! He comes out, no! And cleans house, including a lame-ass Cody cutter. And then number 12, El Grande Americano comes out. Ludwig Spears loads up the mask with that metal thing. Takes Javon down, and then number 13, we hear El Grande Americano's entrance music again. Everybody's like, "What the hell? He's already in the ring." I was thinking maybe it's Rayo Bravo, right? No, it's the original El Grande Americano, Chad Gable. He comes out, surprise. And then they do the whole stare down, they do the whole Spider-Man thing. The Spider-Man meme is funny. And then Chad Gable tosses out Ludwig Spears. And then Trick Willie dumps Chad Gable out, so both Americanos are out. So we'll see what happens with that situation going into Monday. Cody gets rid of Trick, you son of a bitch! Everybody was mad about that. Everybody was mad when Trick got eliminated by Cody. I was mad. I was about to ready to turn off the fucking pay-per-view, but then I forgot that Roman was still in the pay-per-view in the match. Anyway, all right, number 14, surprise, another surprise. Powerhouse Will Hobbs, now known as Royce Keys. Fuck, stupidest name ever. Even though Royce is his son's name, and his mother's last name is Keys, I think. That's why they named him Royce Keys. No relation to Alicia Keys. We wish, right? Anyway, so he comes out, and everybody in the freaking arena in the stadium like, who the hell is this guy? I mean, really, who the fuck is that guy? So he comes out, has a stare down with Poppy Priest. That was like, oh yeah, big beefy man slapping meat, and then I'm not gonna call him Rice Keys. I'm gonna call him Hobbs. That's what his name is. So Hobbs throws out Poppy. I'm like, what? That's quite a debut to get rid of Poppy. So I'm pretty much thinking that Hobbs is gonna go on SmackDown and have a little feud with Poppy. I want to see that match. Love it. Alright, then number 15, Austin Theory comes out, starts slugging away. Bronson Reed comes out at 16, gives him some little bit of backup. And then number 17, the Mad Dragon himself, Ilya Dragunov, comes out, goes right after Cody. What? That didn't really get him that far. And then number 18, another surprise of the match, the Parka from Triple A. He comes out. And then Cole revealed a match that he was in, which didn't air yet, which was supposed to be really tonight on Triple A on TV, on Fox. On YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. I didn't really watch most of it, but he was in the match, which I think he probably lost. But, yeah. So Cole with a little spoiler alert, I was like, what are you talking about, Cole? Anyway, so La Parka comes out at 18, and then that guy named Dragon Lee comes out at 19 as another luchador to the match. Why not? So the ring is filling up with superstars, and then nothing really happened. And then number 20, that idiot Logan Small, he comes out. So we got Oba, Javon, Cody, Hobbs, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Dragunov, La Parka, Logan Paul, and Dragon Lee. So the Vision all get together, basically. So we have Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Bronson Reed. So they get together and toss out Will Hobbs. So he was in there for a little bit, but at least he had his moment in the Rumble throwing out Poppy. Anyway, the Vision threw out Hobbs, Dragon Lee, and La Parka. And then number 21, Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. He's back. And the Vision jump him, but Eli manages to get rid of Austin Theory. Then hits a BFT and a clothesline to eliminate Bronson Reed. So he got a little bit of revenge for the Vision basically whipping his ass a couple months ago. Look at that. And then number 22, Brock Lesnar. He comes out with Paul Heyman, and it's time to go to Suplex City, my friends. I mean, everybody was getting suplexed to death. Except for Oba, and then Brock turns around, and him and Oba with a stare down. Oh, yeah, man. WrestleMania 42, sign me the fuck up. I was marking the fuck out. I was like, yeah. Oh. Big beefy man slapping meat in that ring, baby. You gotta love it. Alright, then The Miz comes out at number 23. More suplexes by Brock. And then he throws out, he didn't throw it. He tossed out Ilya Dragunov. It was a little scary little elimination there. And then Oba and Brock face off again. Just throw everybody out. Just have Oba and freaking Brock just battle it out until, until we get near the end. You know what I mean? But, anyway. So they stare at each other with something more. They talk a little smack. And then Rey Fenix comes out at number 24. Brock suplexes Oba. Oh. And then Rey Fenix, good night to you. Throws him out. And then Brock tells Oba, just bring it. I'm like, yeah, keep going, let's go. Come on, Oba, let's do it, man. Come on, fuck everybody else. Just give me Oba and Brock one-on-one. I think we're going to get it at Mania. That has to happen. Hunter, sign it. Make it happen. Give me what I want. That's it. Alright, Oba goes after Logan Paul, and then gets tossed by Brock Lesnar. Plant the seeds. Where you going? And then Logan Paul said, sucks to be you, dude. You got sent to Suplex City. And then at number 25, it's time to yeet. Jey Uso comes out from the crowd. And Cody and Brock Lesnar's like, I don't give a fuck about your entrance. And thankfully, Cody got eliminated by Drew McIntyre, who was there, came out of nowhere. And then Eli gets, let's take it back. Cody and Eli toss Brock out. Fuck. That made no sense to me. And then Jay finally gets in the ring, hits a super kick, and then they're still yeeting, and he's like, let's run it back. So he's running it back, and at the same time, at number 26, our tribal chief, put up your ones, and acknowledge the man. Roman Reigns comes out, and he gets in the ring, and Jey Uso still running it back, and he wants Roman to run it back. Roman's like, okay, let's run it back. No, fuck you, Jay. So Jay runs it back, Roman comes out, and then Jay's like, hey, Roman, let's run it back again for the third time. Roman's like, okay, let's do it. Punch in the face. You fucking moron, Jay. Anyway. And then Roman's like, I ain't taking that shit. I just came here to do my job and get out of here. That's it. So Roman fires up some Superman punches, spears the Miz in half, throws that bitch out. Good night, Miz. Go back to banging Maurice, if you can. Anyway. And then Roman and Cody have a stare down. I'm like, that was supposed to be WrestleMania 42. For the title. Obviously not. So they have a stare down. And then number 27, kick up. Bah! He comes out. Cody teases a flippy dippity do. That was a bad idea to do that. Gets punched right in the face by Jacob. I think it was by Jacob. They beat each other up on the floor. Then they go back inside the ring. And then Jacob gets punched down, I think, by Roman. He gets punched by Roman, and then him and Jay give Cody a 1D. I was like, throw him out already, throw him out. And eventually, later on, I went a little bit of ahead that Cody got not thrown out. But anyway, so at number 28, Pentagon Zero Miedo. He comes out at number 28, kicks at Jacob, but gets power slammed by Eli Drake. Cody with a horrible disaster kick. Kicks Eli out. Sucks to be you, Eli. And then number 29, Randy Orton and his monotonous voice. He comes out, hits the patented snap power slam on Jey Uso, as the fans are still singing Randy's theme. And then he hits a double Hangman's DDT on Pentagon and Jay. Jay was still in the match, by the way. Followed by a Giddy Kata Bang on Logan Paul and Pentagon. And then it's time for number 30. I was hoping it would be... what did I have at number 30 that was going to come back? People thought it was Jericho. Wrong! Jericho wasn't there. Again. I don't even think it's going to be a Mania. Sorry for you. I don't think he's going to be at the Chamber either. So, all you people that think Jericho's going to come back to WWE, you're wrong. And you're stupid. So, 30 is not Jericho. Not somebody new. Not Finn Balor. It was Walter at number 30. And everybody's like, oh, fuck. So Walter limps to the ring because of, he had that grueling match with AJ. And people thought it was AJ too. I was like, yeah, have AJ come out. But obviously not. Alright, so we get our final grouping of Javon Evans, Cody, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, Roman, Jacob, Pentagon, Randy, and Walter. Excuse me. So we get that. Let me just take a sip before we finish. So we get that. Okay, so Javon kicks away at Randy, dives into a guilty kata. Oh, you dumbass. For his thing RKO, and then Randy throws him out. So, bye to you, Mr. Bouncy. And then Pentagon does his handstand in a corner, and then Walter's like, well, that doesn't impress me, dude. Get out of here. Throws him out. And then Walter gets an RKO. And then Randy and Cody then double team him. Cody goes for the Cody Cutter. Accidentally hits Randy with it. Uh-oh. We'll see what happens on Friday with that. So he hits Randy with the Cody Cutter. And then, Cody accidentally hits Randy. And then Cody gets sent over the top rope. I forgot by who. I think it was by Randy or by Walter. But he tries to skin the cat. But Drew hits a Claymore kick. Knocked him the fuck out. By Cody. We get that. And then Jacob gets tossed. Jacob gets tossed out. But Jey Uso then spears Roman. No, what are you doing at Jey? So Jey hits the spear on Roman, tries to throw Roman out, but thankfully Roman's like, nope, that didn't happen this year. Throws Jey out, so no back-to-back for you, Jey. So down to the final four: Roman, Randy Orton, Logan Paul, and Walter. Roman throws out Logan Paul like yesterday's garbage, and Walter then throws out Randy. So now we're down to Roman and Walter. I wouldn't have been mad if Walter won this. I wouldn't have been mad because I could set up a rematch from SummerSlam with Punk for the title. So, either way, I would have been happy even though I picked Roman to win. But anyway, move on. Roman backdrops Walter to the apron, goes for the Superman punch. It got blocked, and Walter locks in the sleeper. And I was like, oh no, don't put Roman to sleep because then he's gonna throw him out. No! But thankfully, Roman got out of it, broke that up, hits a spear, hits the spear, and then he takes Walter's carcass, throws that piece of garbage out, and for the second time, Roman Reigns, 11 years later, since he won in 2015, which wasn't the greatest one of all, which pretty much set me off from hating Roman Reigns up until 2019. But 11 years later, Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble again. He's going to WrestleMania, and we'll see if he picks Drew or does he pick Punk. And now I'm worried for the Elimination Chamber now because Braun Breaker's in it, Sammy's in it. Well, if Sammy wins the Chamber, he's facing Drew, so I won't have to worry about that. But if Braun Breaker wins, then I'm worried because he might go after Punk, and then Roman might have to go after Drew, but then Drew's got freaking Randy Orton on his ass. He's got Cody on his ass, and he's got Jacob on his ass. So you're going to have a fatal 4-way or a fatal 5-way for that? No. Roman versus Drew one-on-one. Fuck the other guys. I don't want a triple threat match at all against Punk or against Drew. I really think they're gonna go with Drew versus Cody versus Jacob. Now the problem is Cody's probably gonna be in the Chamber. That's one. Cody, Braun, and Sammy are gonna be in the Chamber. Jacob, I think, will be 2. And then maybe Randy. So that's pretty much your Chamber match right there. I think and then one more. Probably be Javon Evans, maybe. So that's what I think the Chamber match is going to be. But we'll see with the qualifying matches starting on Monday Night Raw. But if anybody wins the Chamber, I would have Sammy win it, not Cody. Or maybe Cody wins it, then he has another match with Drew at Mania. But then how do you figure Jacob getting into it? Is there a double winner? I doubt we do that. So Jacob has to get in somehow. So he either wins the Chamber or he gets put in somehow doing a triple threat match. Or Sammy wins and they have Sammy versus Drew one more time. Sammy finally wins the title at Mania. I think everybody might pencil in. And then Cody and Jacob go at it one-on-one. Probably some stipulation match. So at least Cody and Jacob have something to do. Walter, I have no idea. Walter's got to do something. So I'm a little bit leery if Walter gets in the Chamber. He wins the Chamber, then he goes on to face Punk. Then you have Punk, Walter, and Roman. I don't think that match would work for me. Even Braun being in that match wouldn't work for me either, because I know Roman may or may not win that. I think Braun will decimate both of them and win the title. But I think Roman's going to win the title from Punk. I really think it should be Roman versus Punk, which was supposed to be last year's WrestleMania. Was remember when Punk got hurt? I think that was no, it was 2 years ago. I'm sorry, because was it? I think it was last year or the year before that. That's when Jay won last year. Yeah, because Cody won and went to WrestleMania 40, and Jay won to go to WrestleMania 41. So it's 2 years ago. So we got that. So I'm thinking that Roman's gonna face Punk at Mania 2 years later. So I think it was supposed to be Punk versus Roman at WrestleMania 40, then Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania 41, or 42, 43, who knows when they're going to finish that trilogy. They were supposed to finish it this year. Maybe that happens later down the road. I don't know, but who knows if we're going to finish that trilogy between Roman and Cody. But remember when Roman said, that title will look good on my shoulder, but he never said which one. And then Cody and Punk are like, I think he was talking about you. No, he's talking about you. Who are you talking about? And then Roman's like, I'm going to let you figure that out. So Roman was playing mind games. And then, Cody lost the belt to Drew. So I think now the logical choices have Punk and Roman. Just leave it as a one-on-one match for night 2, and Roman, I think it's going to be his 11th or 12th main event at Mania. He's going to shatter Hogan's record. I think he already shattered it anyway. Brother. So, I'm hoping without anything happening at the Chamber match, at the Chamber, I'm thinking we're going to get Roman versus Punk in the main event of night 2. And, oh boy, Issa is happy. She was really happy today. I'm happy. I'm going to go berserk when Roman wins at Mania. And if he loses at Mania, we're gonna riot. We are going to fucking riot. And Roman was right. Roman was right. And this is why he won the Rumble. Why? Because of what he said yesterday on the Pat McAfee show. He said that, I went away for 2 years to see if WWE can be good without me, and as always, WWE sucks. So they had to bring Roman back for the pop, as he said. I mean, really, he didn't need to win the Rumble. To be honest with you, I don't think he needed to win the Rumble. I would have gave it to Walter. I would have gave it to Braun Breaker, really. I would have gave it to Braun Breaker. But Hunter, being an idiot, and the creative team just sucking ass for 2 years, and Roman's like, I go away for 2 years, and it's the same bullshit. I wanted young people to push the young kids. I don't want to have to come back and do the dirty work again. And now what happens? Roman comes back and he wins the Rumble. He's going to win at Mania and save the company. And put it on his back again. And Roman, looks great. He doesn't have to go to Hollywood. But everybody is mad now that Roman won. Cry about it. Oh, Roman's not going to defend the belt. He's only going to have 4 title matches this year. How do you know? How do you know? Oh, he only had 7 last year, or whatever. In his whole title reign, he only had like 6 or 7 title defenses, which was a lie. Just mad because it was a part-timer and he didn't have to defend the belt that much. Fucking marks. And by the way, I can't say marks. I know it's an overused term, but I get to say it because of stupid people who have stupid opinions. And then again, you were sad when Roman lost the belt to Cody. Oh yeah, I was sad. I hated Cody winning at WrestleMania 40. I hated it. I wanted Roman to hold the belt for another year. And Cody's first reign as champ was garbage. It was garbage. When he lost to Cena, I was happy. He wins it back at SummerSlam last year, then lost. And I was like, I don't care that Cody's the champ. Cody is boring his missionary position. That's what Cody is. His missionary position. Boring as fuck. So don't give me this bullshit that I was like, mad. And everything. Yeah, I was mad that Roman lost to a bitch like Cody. And then people call me a mark and everything. I mean, yeah, I'll mark out for Roman. I'm a big Roman mark. Freaking Bucks mark. Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, AJ Styles. I'm a fan. I'm not a mark. I'm a fan. Okay? There's a difference. Okay? And then still calling wrestling fake. Okay. Keep calling it fake. I really dare you to say it to an indie wrestler. Or if you ever go to a WWE, TNA, or Ring of Honor show, say it to their face. Watch what happens to you. You won't be talking much longer. Let me root for who I want to root for, okay? I don't care if I like them, I hate them. If I like somebody, I will root for them. If they get stale, I'll hate them. Okay? Let me root for whoever I want. Let me have my own opinion about whoever I like and dislike, okay? You can have your opinion too, but don't come at me and say I have bad opinions and shit, which I don't. Go fuck yourselves. Just mad. You're just mad that Roman has saved the company again. And he's gonna win the title, and you're gonna be even more mad at Mania. Be mad. Be mad. Don't watch the product then. Nobody cares. Get out of here. Go play with your fucking video games or whatever you do. Go live your life. You don't have to watch wrestling, but you're gonna watch because you got nothing else to do. Let us watch the product, okay, and have our own opinions about it. And if you like it, fine. If you don't, go fuck yourself. That's it. That's it. I'm tired of these fucking IWC, YWC wannabes thinking they know everything. And morons like JD thinking they're top shit. They're not. I know JD had a stupid opinion about Roman winning. Even though he's a freaking WWE shill and should be blacklisted from wrestling and YouTube. That's a mark. Okay? That's a guy that's a mark. You want the definition of mark? That's JD. Fucking mark. Fucking chill. Fucking douchebag. And if anybody here hears it and sends it to him, good. He needs to listen. He needs to hear that he's a mark. He's an overhyped mark. He's a piece of shit too. Roman should annihilate him. Fuck him. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, let me and others have fun watching wrestling. Okay. If we want to watch it from Monday to Sunday, that's fine. We got other things to do as well. Okay, we don't watch wrestling 24/7. We're not on YouTube 24/7 because we got lives, unlike certain people I know. But that's another story for another time. But let us have fun. Let me have fun critique, doing my reviews, doing my rants, and just having fun on, if I'm on Issa's chat, I'm having fun with other people that have different opinions on wrestling and everything. But don't come at me, call me a mark, call me a simp, or call me anything like that, because you don't know me. Go fuck yourselves. Go on your dead fucking channels with 22 subs or whatever amount of subs you have and go fuck yourself. Call me out for my own bullshit. You can call me out all you want. Bottom line is, I'm still better than you and you know it. Hate me all you want, say whatever you want, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm gonna have my own opinion on wrestling or music or anything I feel like talking about. You're gonna watch because you got nothing else to watch. And you think you can get your rocks off by making fun of me and critiquing my videos on your boring live streams just to get your rocks off. Well, have fun. Have fun with that. I care less. I care less what anybody says about me. You can mock me, you can make fun of me, but bottom line is you ain't gonna break me. So, that's it. So, bottom line is IWC, YWC, and everybody else, go fuck yourselves. And acknowledge me and acknowledge the prophecy, the greatest thing since sliced bread. And that's it. Let me have my fun and let me live my life. And if you can't get over that, too fucking bad. Get out of here, get off my channel, unsubscribe, whatever, block me. I don't give a fuck. Just get out of here. But you're gonna stay because you think you want to get your rocks off, basically, at my expense, right? Get your views, get your clout and everything off my ass. Try to humiliate me and get me riled up and everything. It ain't gonna work because you can rile me up, but when I'm talking like this, what I'm doing right now, ranting for almost 20 minutes or whatever it is now, I started this little mini rant before the end of my review. I'm putting you all in your place and you can't handle it. So then you have to do your bullshit to try to get me to shut up and get me off the internet. Ain't happening. Ain't happening ever. I'm not going anywhere whether you like it or not. So deal with it, bitch. That's that. Alright, guys. Roman is the Royal Rumble winner. He's going to Mania. And we'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw. If he does make his choice on Monday, he can make it on Friday. And I don't think he's not going to make it on Tuesday. Roman doesn't work on Tuesdays. So we'll see what happens this week. And as we go into the chamber and coming out of the chamber, we'll start, I think, finalizing where we're going to go for Mania. And that's it. Alright, so it's going to be an interesting February, ladies and gentlemen. So let's buckle in. And we're on the road to WrestleMania. We got a little pit stop on the way with the chamber. And as soon as we hit March the 1st, we are on a month-long road to WrestleMania. I don't think we have any other pit stops. Maybe a Saturday night event here and there, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, guys, Royal Rumble is done. I thought it was a great Royal Rumble. I gave it 8.5 out of 10 stars. I know there's a few things that kind of pissed me off, but still, a great pay-per-view to start the year for WWE. Even with Saturday's main event being great too, but pay-per-view wise, great pay-per-view. We'll see what the chamber brings later in February. Alright guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, we'll talk about TNA, Ring of Honor, as well. Maybe Collision tomorrow. Do I have to do anything else? Yeah, just TNA, Ring of Honor, TNA, 3 videos tomorrow, TNA, Ring of Honor, and Collision, all on my Killer Demons channel. So, big day tomorrow. And, maybe 4 videos tomorrow, because, we lost Leighton, I think his name is Leighton from, Sanford and Son, the son on Sanford and Son. He passed away today, so I'm going to do a short tribute to him, tomorrow, and then get back into my wrestling videos for tomorrow. And that's it. Then we're back. First week of February begins on Monday, and the new wrestling week, and Monday Night Raw review on Monday night, and right after that, and then we're on the road. We're on that road to No Surrender. Not going to do a predictions video for No Surrender, but I might talk about it a little bit. Really no pay-per-views in February except for the Elimination Chamber. I thought we were going to have Vengeance Day. I don't know if that's going to be on the 14th. Valentine's Day, they're saying maybe. But, so check your local listings. There's a pay-per-view for NXT coming up in February. It might push it back to March. I'm not sure. But we got that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. 8.5 out of 10 stars for the Rumble. Roman and Liv are our winners. And if you don't like that, too bad. And we move on. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, if you're not down with all that, and my rant I just did earlier in this video, if you're not down with all that, well, that's too fucking bad. Because I got 3 words for you. Get really close to your phone or your laptop or your desktop. Come closer, stay there, closer. Get a little closer, stop. I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, motherfuckers. Peace.